Hello everyone. Good afternoon this Tuesday. It's Shelly with Shelly's Chalk Couture. We're chalking history with another demo today. We are going to work on a Halloween project, and we're going to kind of do it in kind of like a subway art form. We're not going to really switch too much up except for the colors. So stay tuned, say hello as you hop on. Let's see if we are live. Let's make sure everything's all set up. All right, let's see. If you're catching me live, say hello. You'll see a red live box at the top left corner of your screen. If not, you're catching the replay. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. If you need a text next time for when I go live, go ahead and comment text and we'll get you all signed up. All right, friends, happy Tuesday. We're just chugging right along, aren't we? Time does not stop. All right, today we're going to play with a little Halloween design. This is called Haunting Night, and it just has, it says ghosts and goblins, spooks galore, scary witches at your door, jack-o'-lanterns smiling bright, wishing you a haunting night. So I thought I would do it in Halloween colors. So I have a couple very old, well, retired. One's retired, very old, and one is one of our past color of the months. You guys, these color of the month pastes are amazing. Don't pass them up, okay? If you see it, if you see a color, you see its potential, and even if it's color you can't use now, make sure you get it for another season or another time that you think you'll use it when it might be just right. So here's an old color. This is called Grape Soda. This has been out since, oh gosh, it looks like 2018 I probably got this. Is that crazy? And I just added a little bit of water, stirred it up. It's perfect. It is not the creamy, dreamy formula. It's the old formula, but I have some still and I love it. We're going to use Bumblebee. We're going to use, this is the old or the retired Take Note. I think this was February or March. This was our color of the month. And then of course, Orange Peel. So this is our Halloween lineup. Then I brought out black or white because I'm going to tell you why. And then I got to thinking maybe Shimmer Shadow or Shimmer Frost would be better. So I'll tell you why I was thinking what I was thinking. Let me get it out. Oh, let's see, without everything dropping. Okay, so I was thinking it would be kind of fun. Sorry about that glare. This is a little spider web. I thought that would be fun to put it in the corner of the board frame we're going to use today. I just thought that might be pretty fun. So, and I'll show you our surface. Let's get to that point too. Okay, so here's our transfer. We have our fuzzing cloth that we will need. The frame we're using is our Aiden, the 9x12. It does have a panel that can come out. Now this is a magnetic porcelain coated chalkboard, but we now have those chalkboard inserts, the boutique finish inserts that you can now buy. It's black on one side and white on the other. So I thought I would keep this because this is a retired transfer and it's very hard to find when it, or not find, but they don't bring it back out very often. Every now and again they bring it back out, but so I kind of wanted to keep that panel as is, and I can just remove these little firefly guys, our little dragonflies. So we could just take him off, put him to the side, and then we can take this guy off. These are just like little glue dot type things, little pop-ups. Okay, put him aside. Make sure I got that off. Get all that adhesive off. It just rubs right off, which is nice. Probably didn't think that one through. Next time I'll put it on a magnet so it just sits on the actual board and not the wood. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's take this guy out. Okay, and I hate these things. They hurt my fingers. Okay, we're just going to get our paste scraper. Yet another reason to have a paste scraper. Let's try these guys. I go along 3 of the 4 edges. Careful you don't hurt yourself. Okay, I'm just going to loosen these up a little bit. Just to give it some wiggle room. Make sure these are all open. We're just going to pop that panel right out. Okay, this is a little protective backing, so you want that. This here is our magnetic porcelain coated, so we want to keep this. Okay. You can see I've used it several times. It's dirty. When you wash it, it gets under there. So that's good to note. I will clean those edges. All right, we'll say that. Those are very, very sharp too, so be very careful. Then we're going to put our other replaceable panel in. So I was thinking if I did black, I would do probably a shimmer frost web in the top corner. Or you could do bright white. But if we did white, I thought we could do a shimmer shadow web. Now I like the idea of course, a white web on a black board, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with the white. So we're going to turn that around, stick that guy in, okay, put that backer back in. We could actually chalk it before putting it in, but I want to make sure I see how much of that board we actually get to see after it's in. Okay, now I'm just going to press these back down. Okay, these things really hurt my hands when I do that. And you know, I've had frames that have had these things in here and you use it over and over and over again. They tend to want to pop out. So I think I actually, maybe I had it in my Amazon cart at one point. I want to get one of these staplers, this type of stapler, so I can redo all of my frames. Okay, ooh, a white on white. You don't see that much. You really see like a white on a black, or you see a black frame on a whiteboard. Never white on white. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and get this transfer out. Now, I forgot to add this to the cart link, but you see that cart link there. If you take your camera mobile app, give that a scan. Everything else will get thrown into your cart, except if it's retired or out of stock. And you could use Meadow as your green. You can use, if you have any old purples or a different kind of purple, or make your own with, you could do cherry and cadet, or you could do candy apple and cadet. That would make a really pretty purple. All right, put that aside. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim this guy right off. This is a fun transfer. This one is called, in case you're looking for it, it's called Etched Skull. We also have cutouts that match the skull and the snake. if you like making spooky things. Okay. So now we can put that aside. Grab my marker. Just going to kind of say that way was up. Etched skull. So I know where it goes and what it belongs to. All right, let's go ahead and fuzz this. Now we're fuzzing because we can't wax our boards. Whenever you have a Couture boutique board, you should not wax it. You don't want to wax it because that will ruin the surface of your board. So we're just going to go ahead and give this a couple pushes and pulls here. Just kind of ease that adhesive a little bit. They're not very sticky like they used to be a long time ago. Okay. And I'm going to nuzzle this guy right in that corner. We're just going to put a little fun little, let's see here, pull this guy closer here. I feel like there's something underneath, so I want to make sure I get that out. There we go. Okay. Now you see how it doesn't really come to the edge. That's why it might be a good idea to, if you want to work on this before you stick it in. So in that case, I know I can kind of shimmy this a little bit. So let's shimmy this up a little bit, shimmy up and over, get it a little closer to that edge. Okay, there we go, that's better. Use your fingers, get it pressed in there real good. There, that's better. It's just like a ½ inch, not even a ½ inch, maybe a ¼ inch. All right, make sure you smooth out any bubbles though. I had a lot of bubbles in there. And let's go ahead and use Shimmer Shadow. I wonder, you could mix some shimmer. Silver would be good too. We could use the shimmer silver. I'm going to do black so that we see it, we know it's there. All right, this is our shimmer shadow. This is just going to kind of sit in the background here for us. Okay, so we're just touching that to the corners. Grab more if you need it. You can always put your excess back. If you go off of the board, that's okay because it is a board, right? So you can just wipe it. Like I'll say, oops, I accidentally went off the board. Now what? Now nothing, all good. We can get that washed up in a second here. Okay, excess back. Now let's go ahead and peel this guy up. Ooh, that was a big sploosh under there. We might just redo this. I must not have, see, there must have been a bubble I missed. But you see how we went off there a little bit? No worries, we'll just take a wipe and come on over that. And it's all gone. Now, what to do about that? We could let it dry. We'll take our detail tool, chip it away, and it'll be as good as new. So let's just get that dry. If it got on your board anywhere, just wipe that off. That looks spooky already. I like this white on white. I really do. A little sparkly. The transfer does have a big old spider that we could put right on top of that, but let's see where the words cover. I'll do my best to get what I can off, and then I'm thinking when we do all the words, it'll be no big deal. So let's get I'm just going to chip that away. I'm assuming, these are the lines. You can hear me scraping, so it does just scrape it right off. You definitely want to make sure it's dry before you do that. Okay. All better. Okay. All good there. Now we're going to come in with our words. Okay. Let's mark that one. Make sure it's upright. This is haunting night. Okay. Now, I normally tell you, and you heard me say, do not wax your boards. Sometimes I do wax where I've chalked before. It will come up, okay? It does come up. They just tell you not to do it. Let's just see what happens, guys. Sometimes the problem is when you put a transfer on top and you're rubbing it down, right, to make sure you don't have any chances of it leaking under there, that it sticks to it enough that it pulls it off your board. So that's what we try to avoid. But luckily it's a board that can be erased and done again with barely any effort. So let's see how this goes. All right, remember we need to fuzz it. Now this one you may want to fuzz a little bit better than the one prior. Again, we don't want to pull up any of that black web that we just did. Okay, I kind of move it around, make sure we're hitting all the sides and corners. Okay, let's try this. Okay, and then we're gonna shimmy this up. Okay, I think I'm going to keep this more towards the bottom. You can see it just fits in there perfectly. All right, so we're going to just really rub it down where the web is not. Okay, then we'll just kind of lightly rub it down because we're going to put colors on top of that web. So hopefully it covers it well enough. All right, let's see. Let's start with orange peel. So I'm gonna grab some on and I'm just gonna say ghosts and goblins. The paste, or the, if I were to wax too, it does add like that protective layer on that shimmer. So the orange peel would have sat more on that and not the actual shimmer. But we're gonna see how we do here. And I think what we can do too is we'll paste and peel as we go so it doesn't sit long on here. Okay. And we're just gonna go through all the colors, do some fun things here. Ghosts and goblins. Oh, I love it. Okay, and just kind of come back here. And you can put a little stopper in there if you want to just kind of not have it sitting there. Next color, let's do Let's do the take note. Now, I'm not even sure I haven't opened one of these, so I probably do somewhere. But we're just going to open a new one. Again, this is one of those color of the month. This guy is so bright. He's fun. He's not neon. I wouldn't call it neon, but he is a nice bright green. This will be fun to use at Easter time too. So like I'm saying, if you see a color you guys like and you're like, oh, but it doesn't work for Christmas right now, or it doesn't work for this, it's okay. Get it anyway. All you have to do is put $75 in your cart, and then you open the ability to add it. Actually, add up to 3 jars to your cart. Okay, that's looking good so far, you guys. Oh my gosh. Let's give this a quick dry. Lightly. Scary Witches. We got to do that in our purple. Regal, would also be good if you're doing it on white. The Regal is so dark that it does not show up on black. It shows up on black. It doesn't show up very well. So, Scary Witches. I love this grape soda. We have been asking for this to come back. I can't tell you for how many years now. So I hope they bring it back, or a version of it. A lot of times they can't bring a color back because of the pigments. You just can't find the pigment that they need to make it. So that's really a lot of reasons why things get retired, or they just don't make anymore. Scary Witches. Ooh, I love it. Let's give it a quick blast of air here. Scary Witches at your door. I think I might do at your door in this color too. I think mine's a little maybe too wet, so hopefully it doesn't spread too much here. Scary Witches at your door. Okay, get that excess off. Especially if it's a color like this. You want to be able to keep this around a long time. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Jack-o'-lantern. We're going to open our bumblebee. Grab some of that. Trying to hold that up so it can dry a little bit. Okay, then we're just going to come in and do jack-o'-lanterns. Also, just make sure you don't hit the color above or below. Okay, excess. Jack-o'-lanterns. Makes sense for jack-o'-lanterns, right? To do yellow. Okay, let that fall. Smiling Bright. Let's go back to our orange peel. Now we're done with we're not on top of the web anymore, so we can make sure we press hard. Make sure all those letters are covered. I do want to fix a little bit of that N I noticed was not going all the way through. So hopefully that won't pull that up. Wishing you, let's do that. Wishing you a guess what color I'm going to do at the very end. I think it would be cute too. You could do from that other transfer, you could do the spider and kind of add that at the corner if you want to do that. Wishing you a haunting night. That way our eyes will visually start at the top and work our way down to the black at the bottom. Halloween is on its way. Do you guys watch all those Halloween shows? Gosh, we used to watch so many with the kids when they were younger. They're getting older, not me. Oh my gosh, there was one my daughter used to love, and I don't know the name of it. I have to look it up again. But she used to watch the same one every year. Okay. Let's get this off slowly. Oh. All right, so we got to work on our H. Not sure why that didn't want to go through. Try that again. Still doesn't want to go through. Let's get a little fresh paste here. Well, we'll have to go back over it. I'm not quite sure why that's not wanting to come through. There we go. I love how it turned out though. Let's get it all dry. What do you guys think? I love it. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's put this aside for a moment. Isn't that fun? And I'm going to go ahead and kind of wipe this transfer down a bit. So I noticed the N in my word lanterns. The bottom of my H, the bottom of my A, and it's kind of like this side. I guess I wasn't maybe pressing hard enough. So let's go ahead and just, let's try to work that off a little bit here. I'm just going to kind of go on this right-hand side. Okay, so we're going to wet that down. I'm going to grab a wipe. Okay, grab another one. Try to get the majority of that off the top anyway. All right. Let's turn it upside down. I'm just working mainly where some of the spots weren't cooperating with me. Okay, then we're going to take our board eraser. really work it out of that paste or that mesh. So we have a nice clean slate, which it looks pretty good. Okay, wash this off here. Okay. Now I'm going to take a paper towel. Stretch. You guys, I have some exciting news too. So Thursday, yes, a couple days. What's the Thursday? Is that a 5th? Today's the 3rd, right? So yes, I think we're going to actually have a few more things come into the website. And oh my gosh, I will be live with some people from our home office. It's called Couture Tours. They kind of travel around the country visiting some hot spots. And Cincinnati is a hot spot. And I'll get to see all the new stuff. So I'll take pictures and I will share. Actually, it'll probably come out before I even see it in live, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see some new stuff. I just love creating, you guys. So any chance they give us to just decorate, because it's so darn easy, I'll take it. I will take it in a heartbeat. All right, we're going to try to fix these up. So you can see a little bit of that N, that kind of H, a little bit at the A, and for some reason the H in night. So let's make sure it's nice and dry. Just kind of shake it. Honestly, you could redo the, if you put the transfer down and redo all of the lines, you'll get a much heavier look to it. You know, because we did go over those sorry, I'm trying to line this up and I can't talk and do that at the same time. We did go over that web, so I'm just gonna tap. All right, let's grab some of that yellow and just do the N and the S just because. Okay, let's do a little bit of that H. Okay, the green, take note, was this one because it's bright and it's like, attention. Look at me. That's what it was saying. Attention. May I have your attention? Okay, there's that. And then let's go do our and hopefully that does the trick. Okay, let's slowly lift up that N. Perfect. The H and the T, perfect. The A, yippee skippy. All right, that worked perfectly, friends. So you can fix your mistakes. Do not freak out because you can. You can. What other kind of fun things are on this transfer here? So it comes with a spider and a fly. Ew. Gross. There you guys have it. Ghosts and goblins, spooks galore, scary witches at your door, jack-o'-lanterns smiling bright, wishing you a haunting night. And with that, I wish you a good night. Thank you guys so much for showing up.